So I just want you to see the difference between this building and just one prompt. Hello and welcome to Fix My Bot. Today what we're gonna do is we're going to take this chatbot build in a, let's say, pre-AI style, and we're going to transform it from a rigid, kind of complicated way into a real AI and smart and flexible one. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take control and share my screen. Okay. And I think you now can see my screen. So what we are seeing on the screen right now is a screenshot from this rigid kind of building. And let's keep it clear. I know that a lot of people that is just getting started with Chatbot Builder think that it has to be this way. And I want to show you that it doesn't have to be this complicated. And to keep privacy, I'm not going to use the exact details in because this is the prompt, so we are not going to use the exact details or the business name. But what we're gonna do is we're going to build thinking in the same concept. In this case, the concept is a business coach that is teaching another business coaches to be business coaches and how to grow their businesses. So the first thing that you should know is that this one is a flow that has as a goal to take someone who has shown an interest to go through a series of 6 to 7 questions, of pre-qualifying questions, and then the bot has to ask them if they want to book an appointment. Keep in mind, one of the questions is about the budget, and if the user or the lead in this case do not have certain budget, the bot has to tell it, you know what, I don't think this is for you. So let's keep that in mind. With that clear, the first thing we're gonna do is visit my favorite site, chatbotbuilder.ai, and what you're gonna do is, if you don't have an account just yet, you have to sign up. If you already have one, you just need to log in. I already have logged into mine, and you're going to create a new one. If you have never created a new one, as soon as you create an account, it will prompt you this screen, so don't worry. In this screen, you can start your bot with any of these channels. I do recommend you to start with web chat. Why with web chat? Because it won't ask you to use any of your accounts yet, and you have the opportunity to test and to try and to be playing around whatever you are working at without risking any real client or any real lead to jump into your barely built bot. You can just wait until you have it ready to actually connect your social media. So let's go with web chat. This name, it's going to be business coaching. Okay, I have my caps the other way around. And let's keep it like this. So once you chose a name, you have this screen. This is analytics. This is like your home screen. You always start here. As you can see, you don't have any channel connected. I don't mind because we have web chat and that one doesn't need any special connection. The next thing you need to notice is that you have a 3-day trial. So you don't need to pay or you don't need to use your credit card until the trial has ended. I do recommend you to use these 3 days to build, to test, to try, and to make sure that you are in the right tool, because I know it is. So next thing you are going to do is going to settings. This is the last choice you have here in your menu. And in here, you're going to integrations. You have a lot of options, but today we're going to keep in mind only OpenAI ChatGPT. This is our AI. And as you can see, it gives you the option to disconnect, meaning it already is already connected. We provide an API key for you, so you don't have to bother about any of this. The only thing you have to do is come here and edit, because here is your prompt. In this case, your prompt will be all your business information, the tone of voice, and any instructions you need to provide to your bot. I'm going to delete this and I'm going to take away this one. Why? Because this is what we're going to need for this specific bot. Again, we are trying to replicate this baby here, well, this little maze here. We're going to transform it into an AI one. What I have done, and again, because I don't want to like expose the actual business who's asking for help with this one, I already took some parts of the prompt and I started building here. So I'm going to zoom in so you can actually see comfortable. So this is the main prompt. And at this point, I have named this bot Jarvis. I like the name. And it's going to be the virtual assistant or the AI assistant for our beloved CEO, Ryan. And Ryan, in this case, will be an online business coach that helps other business coaches. In this case, the bot's job is to promote and to set appointments for a new coaching program where Ryan explains step by step how to grow a coaching business to, and you can choose whatever number you want here. I like that number because it feels like big enough to be appealing and small enough to be reachable. So anyways, that's a number I chose. How to stand out from the crowd without a big following, and the AI autopilot system that you set up. Okay, in this case, we want the bot to be friendly, but not too friendly. We want to be familiar with the user, but we don't want it to be like I don't know. We don't want it to be like way too close, because at the end, this is someone who's just learning about us, so it's not that close to us just yet. Conversation must stay in a relaxed but business-oriented tone of voice, avoiding to sound salesy. This is my goal here. You are not selling. You are helping others to grow their own business through your coaching program. This is something that I like to tell the prompt, because it means that the bot will not try to push the sale, but to explain the user why this program or why this product is good for them. That's what we want. And keep your answers short, no more than 2 sentences. You can use the word sentence or the word line. You can tell it that it can be 2 lines, 3 lines, 4 lines, whatever fits your needs. But you can use this language to tell the bot to be short, to be concise, because no one likes to read a book in a single response. Okay, next part will be the ultimate goal. The purpose of this bot is to get the user to schedule a free call with Ryan. I'm repeating our CEO's name. In this case is the online coach Ryan. And the call is to find out if the two of you are a good fit to work together, meaning the user and the coach. Okay, we want to know if the user and the coach are a good fit. To do so, you will ask the following questions. And just notice that I gave some instructions before I provided the questions. So the instructions are one by one, and you get all the information, but must ask one question at a time. This is something that we're going to test, because we don't want the AI to be asking all the 7 questions at once. We want to be one by one, okay? First one, and because this is basically how this is layout, just for you to know, the layout that this person has is: I ask a question, I save it in a custom field, and if the answer contains the word human, I send to human. If not, I go to the following. That's the logic that we have here. So the questions are: have you tried another business coaching? This is not exactly how they put it, but let's redact it this way. The second one, I had to change it. Why? That was something that I was checking in here. The question is asking how much money is the person doing, which according to Facebook terms of service and rules, you cannot ask directly for example, for the social security number, and you cannot ask directly for the income. That's something that is not allowed. So let's change a little bit, because what we want to know is, are you making any profit of it? So because we want to know that, we can ask if so, and I do it on caps because I want this question only if the person have tried something else before. If so, what's the impact in your income? And I'm doing this language because it's the language that we usually see in business. 1x, 2x, 3x, none. And the next question will be, what is your monthly revenue goal? Again, I'm not asking how much money this person is doing. I'm asking for how much do you want to do next year. Why am I doing next year? Because I want not to be like way too short, And because if I do like 2023 or 2024, I have to be updating this year by year. And in this case, I can, it's low maintenance, okay? So next question will be, what is holding you back from achieving this goal? This is a very coaching standard question, and it's more about, okay, why you are not here, and this will help me later know how to sell you better, okay? So this is important. Number 5, are you open to trying something new in order to hit your goals? This is relevant for this case because as a coaching program, you need the user to be open to try new things. If not, it's not a candidate for your program. So this is important for this use case. What is your current monthly budget to invest in your future? We are not asking, again, we're not asking how much money the person is doing. We're asking how much is willing to spend monthly on this program. Okay, this is because if the user doesn't have or doesn't meet a certain level of willingness to invest, or let's say that our program is X amount a month, we need the user to be willing to spend that or more. Okay, also this one helps us if we have different kind of offers. These will help us to know, okay, maybe the program that will take them here is I don't know, $1,000 a month, but the user is only ready to spend 100. Then let's start slow. Let's start with something smaller so the user can actually get started. So the next thing is, are you ready to start as soon as possible? The question was different here in the main flow, but the goal is to know if they are ready to do it now, because we don't want to prioritize someone who is willing to wait another year, but we want to prioritize the ones who says, I need to do this now. I'm willing to spend the money now. So this is the goals for the bot. So now, again, I gave it some instructions here, one by one, all the information, and ask one question at a time again. So what I'm doing here is I'm kind of repeating this, but I'm adding a little bit. Make sure to build rapport and ensure the user every time they provide an answer. What am I doing here? I'm telling the AI, okay, you're asking one by one, and I don't care what the user tells you, you are going to pet that back. You're going to tell them everything is okay, because we want them to feel safe. Okay, that's the goal here. And do not skip the order. Why? Because I don't want it to be like, okay, are you ready to start? What's your goal? I want this exact order for the questions, because this is what the coach wants, and the coach has its system, and let's respect the system for this coach. If the user needs more details or validations, let's say the user has any objections, you can use the following information about our program. This is made up because I didn't find any of this information here, because this one is more only pre-qualified. Again, this is more kind of a rigid pre-AI kind of building, so there's no room for this. But for this, what I'm doing here, and now we are building a room for this. And in this case, I'm doing hundreds of case studies, proven results, includes group coaching and one-on-one sessions with Ryan. And you can add here more stuff if you have, like, I don't know, let's say that the program also includes I don't know, print material, or you have subscriptions for X, Y, and Z programs, it includes a CRM, whatever it includes, it can be here. Anything that you can tell, I don't know, Ryan has been featured in X, Y, and Z magazines about this, then you can do it. Okay. I'm adding another instruction, how to know if the lead is not qualified. Okay. If the lead says that it's not willing to try new things, and or the budget to invest on their future is less than, and I just selected a number because I don't think the actual price is here. I think they see that until the call, so I just made up a number, and you can do whatever you want here. You should answer something like, thank you for your answers. According to the information you provide, you might not be ready for this program at this time. Why am I doing this at this time? Because I want the user to feel like, okay, maybe not yet, but maybe I can offer some of the freebies the coach has, so I can keep this person what like within my range, and whenever the user has the money to spend with me, it will be easier, it will be faster to approach them again. So this is why I'm doing this, and I still leave open this one. Would you still like to schedule a call with Ryan? Why? Because I know that Ryan is an expert on what he's doing, and once they have the call, maybe they will say, okay, you know what, I didn't have the budget, but I can make the budget, or maybe I can work some I don't know, payment plan or whatever. So this is what I'm doing, because at the end, this is my makeup business, right? So what we came here to do, I'm going to take all of this prompt, I'm going to copy, and here in settings, I'm going to paste. Right now, I'm going to save, and I'm going to go work the GPT triggers. Continue. Next thing is I'm going to the GPT triggers, and I'm going to manage. As you can see, any new account, every one of those will have these three. These two are like something that you can study, something that you can test, and is for you to actually know how this works. And the connected user to human is the standard to whenever someone expresses a desire to talk to a human, okay? And if I open here, you will see a little bit more information how this one is built. Why did I took it away from the OpenAI action or the OpenAI integration? I took it away because we want to build our own in this case. Okay, you can keep it if that fits your needs, but we want to do a new one for our needs. Okay, so before I move forward, I need to be clear. GPT triggers should not be confused with the triggers here in tools. Okay, we have another triggers. I skipped them. Where is it? Triggers. These triggers in action is more like when this happens, do that. Okay, those are these triggers. The ones we are learning today will be intentions, not keywords, intentions, meaning the user doesn't have to use the word human for the AI to know that this user wants to talk to a person, to an agent, or to a human. Okay, so with that in mind, let's create a new one. And I already did something here. My trigger will be called talk to human. And what I want is for it to respond to something like this. Please hold, I'm sending this a message to a human agent. And what I'm going to do here is I need to explain the AI what would happen if they trigger this. And in this case, we want to start the answer with allows the user to. Why we want to start with that phrase is because I need you as a builder to have in your mind that this is not about you. This is not about your wants or your needs. It's about the user's wants, the user's desire, the user's intention. Okay, so the user will express the need or the want to talk to a human agent. Okay, and in this case, maybe I want to collect name and I want to collect phone number. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to save this one. This one is going to be first name, and this one is going to be phone. Here I am choosing where to save each of these pieces of data. Okay, at this moment I don't have ready a flow because we just create this account, so we are going to create this one. But just for testing purposes, right now I'm gonna leave it like this. Continue, and let's add a new one. The other one that I have here is book an appointment. Here. And again, allows the user to book an appointment after it has answered all the pre-qualification questions. Make sure to have all 7 answers. Okay, which one? Oh, which 7? This 7. Okay, you see we're playing because they are working together. The triggers and the prompt are working together. That's something important. So let's go back here, and that one goes here. Right now, what I'm gonna do, because I don't have a flow ready and because we want to test how this baby works, is thank you for that here is the link to book a free call with Mark. And let's imagine that I already gave the link here. So continue. And the next thing I have to do, and this is a must, is I go back to the integrations, or again OpenAI, edit, and I have to make those two visible. If they are not selected, meaning they are gray, the prompt or the AI cannot see it. So I need to have them selected in order for the AI to be able to read it. Okay, continue. And now we're ready to roll. Next thing we're gonna do is to start testing. We're going to channels, web chat, manage, and the next thing we're gonna do is, I don't have any welcome, so keep in mind that it's going to be empty. And I can choose a link, and I can choose to generate code. In this case, what I want is the link because I'm just testing, I'm not installing in any website. And in this case, you can see we're in the business coaching bot. And let's imagine, because again, if I go back here, this one was built to help someone who has answered a comment or a story, or has come to the inbox and said, I want to know more. Okay, so we're gonna do interested, and let's see what happens. Okay, that's great to hear. I'm here to help you. Before we proceed, I have a few questions to better understand your need. Is that okay? Let's go. Sure. Okay, great. Let's get started. Have you tried working with another business coach before? And what we're gonna do here is just once long time ago. And let's see what happens. And it's asking me, that's great to hear that you have some experience about business with a business coach. What impact did working with a coach have on your income? Did you see any significant growth, like 1x, 2x, 3x, or none? Okay, let's analyze what happened here. It reassured me. It gave me some pat in the back, like, hey, that's a great start. That I'm happy you have been doing that. And then I'm asking you something else. Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure. Maybe a little. Okay, I understand. Even a little growth is a positive outcome. Now let's talk about your goals. What is your monthly revenue goal for the next year? Again, it's acknowledging your answer. It's being smart enough to know that you have answered something, and it's giving you some feedback about it. Always positive, always in a good mood, and always pushing to move forward. So let's try to be not that friendly with the bot. Do I have to answer? And let's see what happens, because we didn't give any instruction about it. Jess, in order to better understand your needs and how we can help you, it will be helpful to know your monthly revenue goal for the next year. This allows us to tailor a coaching program to your specific goals. So let's wait a second here. And again, if I go back to this building, the AI will, there's some AI here because of the way it was built, but the AI doesn't have the tools to actually repeat the question or actually wait for the user to answer. If the user doesn't answer, it will send it to a human. In this case, what we're doing is giving the AI a chance to actually overcome that objection, overcome that not so friendly answer, and to keep going without the human intervention. This is being more flexible. So let's try another negative again. What if I don't feel comfortable sharing that? I misspelled feel. Anyways, let's see. I completely understand. If you prefer not to share a specific revenue goal, rest assured that our coaching program is designed to help coaches at various stages of their business, whether they are just starting starting out or looking to scale the revenue. We focus on providing strategies and techniques to help you achieve your desired level of success. Is there anything else you would like to know about the program? No, let's say that my goal is 10K a month. Let's see if it does understand that it can continue. Okay, thank you for sharing your goal of reaching 10,000 a month. And you see, here I use 10K and it translates to the 10,000. Perfect. That's a great target to aim. Now let's discuss what might be holding you back to achieve your goal. What are the challenges or obstacles you are currently facing in your coaching business? Because again, this business coach is for business coaching. So yeah, I'm sorry. So anyways, can you see that this is more flexible and that it can actually be a little bit less fragile, but not a little bit, a lot less fragile than a building like this that is super rigid. And I mean, it's not that hard because it looks more like an employee manual that you will give to any new appointment setter. So it's kind of friendlier than the rigid one. So let's continue. Let's go on and let's say I don't know where to start. Where to start? Okay, I understand the starting can feel overwhelming. Our coaching program is designed to provide you with a step-by-step roadmap to help you get started and grow your coaching business. We'll guide you through the process and help you gain clarity on the necessary steps to take. Are you open to try something new in order to hit your goals? Yes. And next one. That's fantastic here. Being open to try new strategies and approaches is key factor to achieving success. Our coaching program is built to proven methods and strategies to have helped hundreds of coaches like you now. Okay, coaches like you. So here, help hundreds. Just check my spelling here and check that it understood what I meant. Perfect, I love it. And now let's talk about your budget. What is your current monthly budget to invest in your future? This time I'm going to go with something higher for this one. And let's try something faster, but let's try not to hit that one. Maybe 300 a month. That's my answer. Thank you for sharing that your budget of 300 per month. Investing in your future is a wise decision. Our coaching program offers great value for an investment. Lastly, are you ready to start as soon as possible? Yes, please. And thank you for your answer. Based on the information you provided, it seems like our coaching program may not be the right fit for you. Okay, why? Okay, maybe because this one. Okay, so that nobody is left it up. Anyways, so the next thing I'm gonna do, because I want to show you something here. If I go to the inbox, I'm gonna fix that one. So in the inbox, you can see this is the only one, and let me move myself. And here you can notice that I don't have the name, I don't have the email, I don't have the phone. And if I go to the user's information, I have nothing. In the inbox I have some answers, but I have nothing saved, and I want to have it saved. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going back here, I'm going to close and custom fields. So again, I have 7 questions. What I want to have is a place where to save each answer here. In this case, I don't want to lose so much time like guessing how to call each one. So in this case, I'm doing just the question and I'm keeping text, okay? And no, here. I'm creating the custom fields. Custom fields can be written as CUF, standing for custom user field, and it's a place where you save some piece of data about that user. And let me save this one and I will show you something else. We also have something called account fields. They are not the same. Why? Because this one rules the full bot, this one rules only the user. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going back to my settings and I'm going back to my integrations, OpenAI, and I'm going to manage my triggers. Here, edit. What I want is to save each one. So what you have to do here is to provide a text that, let's imagine that the newest employee that you have that is very young and that has never been in contact with any of this must be able to read this conversation and know what piece of data goes where. If that is clear enough, then it's okay. If it's not that clear enough, you need to work on the description. Okay, that's something important. So let's continue. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to the inbox. I'm going to find myself. Send me the flow clear. What does this flow do? It only clears not the chat, but the AI information. Why is this important? If you did any change in the prompt or you want to test something new, you must delete it so there's no mixing up between the old one and the new one. In this case, what I want is no reason to be a mix up on information. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And let's refresh this one. Okay. Great, I'm here to help you. Going to proceed. May I know your name, please? I want to learn about. Absolutely, Wendy. Our coaching program is designed to help business coaches like you. Archaic 30K, step by step. Would you like to know more of the program? Just please. Has to start asking me questions. Perfect. So first you try to sell it a little bit, and now that's fantastic, Wendy. You see this repeating my name. It's a good coach. To help us determine if the program is the right fit for you, I have a few questions. Please bear with me as we go through them. Firstly, have you tried another business coaching program before? Not really. Only some YouTube videos. Let's see what it says. No problem, Wendy. It's great that you have been exploring resources like YouTube videos. Now let's move on to the next question. What's your monthly revenue goal for the next year? Let's tell. Thank you for sharing your revenue goal, Wendy. That's great target to aim for. Now let's move to the next question. What is currently holding you back for achieving your goal? Don't know where to start. That's, I think, the most common answer for this one. I understand when deciding can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially when you're not sure where to begin. That's where a coaching program can really help and provide a step-by-step roadmap and guidance to help you navigate the process and get started right on track. Next, I would like to ask you if you're open to try something new in order to hit your goals. Sure. And I want you to notice something. Let me just continue. That's great to hear, Wendy. Being open to try new things, key mindset to grow your business. Now let's move to the next question. What's your current monthly budget to invest in your future? Let's do fine. Let's see if you can understand because I. Thank you for sharing your budget. Investing in your future is a good decision. With a budget per month, you have the opportunity to make significant progress. Lastly, are you ready to start as soon as possible? Yes, please. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you for providing that necessary information. Based on the details you have shared, it seems that our coaching program could be a great fit for you. However, there seems to be an issue with the booking process. My kindly request your name, phone number. You can have an agent. Okay, it doesn't have the information to book. It knows that it doesn't have the information to book. Yes. Wendy Molinares. And my phone is Thank you, Wendy, for providing your name and phone number. I have forwarded your information to a human agent who will be reaching out to you shortly to schedule a call with Ryan. Perfect. So what I want you to notice here is it asked me if I had tried something before, like a coaching program before, and I say no. It didn't ask me immediately for this one. It knew that if so, that was the one thing I wanted to try, and it did it. Okay, perfect. So it worked. And what I want to show you next is that if I go back to the inbox and I refresh, we will notice that now I have this information. Why do I have this one saved and not the name and the email? Well, simply because when I did the trigger, the only thing that I told it to save was this. In this building and just one prompt. Let me unsubmit. It's basically just one page. And because I like the spaces. Otherwise it could be just one page. So I hope you like this one. I hope this is helpful and that it helps you understand that yes, that previous kind of building wasn't it. Right now you don't need it anymore, and it's important for you to start learning how to do it because it saves you time. It makes your boss smarter, faster, and more flexible. So see you next time.